If you've worked with Ren'Py, you know the drill. You have a story in your head, characters, scenes, branching choices, and to get it into the engine, you write it line by line. You manage files manually, you run the game to check every small change, and if the structure gets complex, keeping track of it all becomes a job in itself. VN Studio Pro is a visual editor built specifically for Ren'Py creators. It gives you a live preview, a timeline, a story graph, and a character manager, so you can focus on the story, not the syntax. The code is still there, generated clean and standard in the background. You just don't have to write it by hand. VN Studio Pro is a visual, no-code desktop IDE for creating visual novels with the Ren'Py engine. Instead of writing scripts by hand, you build your story visually through a timeline, a graph, a character manager, and a screen editor, and the tool generates clean, standard Ren'Py code for you automatically. This is a solo project, built and maintained by one person. It's actively being developed, and while not everything is perfect yet, I want to build it together with the community and for the community. Your feedback, ideas, and bug reports directly shape what gets improved next. Links to the Discord and the project page are in the description below. In this first tutorial, we'll go through the full workflow, from installation through setting up a project, all the way to running a finished game directly inside Ren'Py. Let's get started. Installation is straightforward. Run the .exe installer and follow the standard steps. You can choose the installation directory if needed, then click through to finish. Once installed, launch VN Studio Pro and you'll land on the start screen. The start screen gives you three options. New project creates a fresh project from scratch. Open project loads a project you've already been working on. And import project lets you bring in an existing Ren'Py game you've built outside of VN Studio. A quick note on importing. If you plan to import an existing project, always do it on a backup copy first. Ren'Py allows a lot of custom syntax and structures that the importer may not fully handle, which can result in modified files. The import can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, depending on your project's size. It's an experimental feature, so results may vary, but I encourage you to test it. Just make sure it's on a copy, not your original files. Before we create a new project, there's one setup step you'll want to do first. Go to File in the top menu and select Ren'Py SDK Settings. Here, you point the application to the folder where Ren'Py is installed on your computer. This connection is what allows VN Studio Pro to run your game directly from inside the editor. Now let's create a new project. The project wizard is simple. Enter your game's title, set the resolution, and choose an accent color. Then click Create, choose where on your disk the project files will be saved, and enter a folder name. That's it. Your project is ready. We're now inside the main editor window. Let me give you a quick overview of the layout. We'll go deeper into each area in dedicated future tutorials. Starting from the left panel, at the top you have labels. These are the scenes that make up your story. Below that are characters. Further down is the Assets section, organized by type: images, animations, video, SFX, music, and voice. Below Assets, you'll find more advanced areas: screens, variables, transforms, and layers. These are powerful features we'll cover properly in their own tutorials. They're also areas I'm actively improving, especially to make them more accessible for people who prefer to avoid writing code. In the center at the bottom is the dialogue editor, where you add and edit the content of each scene. And on the right side is the timeline, the ordered sequence of everything that happens in the currently active label. Next to the dialogue editor, you'll see the Actions panel. These are the additional elements you can insert into your story. Things like a choice menu, a variable operation, show screen, hide character, add jump, and more. To use any of them, just click. The action is inserted into the timeline at the active position. Some actions, like show screen, require you to have the relevant asset already created in your project. The order of buttons in the Actions panel is fully customizable. grab any action and drag it to reposition it, so the ones you use most often are always right at the top. One of the most useful things in this window is the live preview in the center top. It shows you exactly what the player will see, in real time, without running the game. You'll see it in action in just a moment. Let me point out something important on the right side of the editor. The right panel has two tabs, Timeline and Code. Everything you do visually in the timeline is immediately converted into Ren'Py code. You can switch to the Code tab at any time to see exactly what's been generated. You'll notice the line numbers in the code correspond directly to the tiles on the timeline. The numbering might look unusual at first glance, but it's intentional. It makes it easier to locate a specific element and manually adjust it in the code editor if needed. Reordering items on the timeline is simple. Just grab a tile and drag it to a new position. Deleting is equally straightforward. Click the trash icon on the right side of any tile. All changes are reflected in the code instantly. Let me quickly walk through the top bar, starting from the right. The question mark icon opens a short, built-in reference guide, a quick reminder of what each area does. Next to it is the language selector. VN Studio Pro is available in several languages, including Italian, Japanese, and others. The export.rpy button generates the Ren'Py script files. This is useful if you want to prepare part of your script in VN Studio and bring it into a larger project you've been working on elsewhere. Before exporting, the validator runs automatically. Any issues are shown as warnings. After reviewing them, you choose which files to export. The Run button saves the project and launches it directly in Ren'Py. This is why we set the SDK path earlier. It connects the editor to your local Ren'Py installation. And the last two buttons are simply Save and Load for your project file. There are 5 main tabs at the top of the editor. We're currently in the first one, Scene Editor. This is where you'll spend most of your time. The second tab is Graph. This is where your story structure is visualized as a node graph. Each label is a node, and the connections between them show the flow of your narrative, including branches from choices. We'll add some labels shortly, and you'll see it populate. The third tab is Screens. This is the visual screen designer for creating UI elements like stat screens, inventory menus, and similar interfaces without writing screen language code by hand. You first create a screen in the left panel, then drag elements onto the canvas and configure them. This area has dedicated tutorials planned, and it will continue to be refined in future updates. The fourth tab is Analytics. Once you've built out your story, this shows you useful stats, total word count, estimated playtime, number of endings, and a per-character word breakdown with percentages. And the fifth tab is Settings. This covers everything that normally lives in your options.rpy and GUI.rpy files, a large set of configurable Ren'Py parameters. I'll give you a quick look at what's there, but we'll cover it properly in a dedicated tutorial. My goal for this area is to eventually make full visual style customization possible without touching a single line of code. Let's start building. First, let's create some characters. Click the plus icon next to Characters in the left panel. Enter the character's name and choose the color their name will appear in during dialogue. Click Create, and your first character is ready. I'll add a few more and we'll move on. Now let's add some assets. In the Assets section, open the Images category. Before we continue, let me show you the project folder structure. When you created the project, VN Studio Pro generated a folder on your disk. The .rvsproj file is what you load when you reopen your project. The game subfolder follows the standard Ren'Py structure, so if you've worked with Ren'Py before, this will look familiar. There are a couple of ways to add images. You can click the plus icon and select one or multiple files from your disk. They'll be added to the program and copied into the game's images folder simultaneously. Alternatively, you can simply copy files directly into the game folder on your disk. VN Studio Pro detects the change automatically. The files appear in the Asset panel right away. You can also organize assets into subfolders. Create a folder, then drag files into it. The folder structure on disk updates to match. What happens in the program happens on disk, and the other way around. you have full flexibility. Now we have the basics in place. Let's start building the actual story. To add a background image to the timeline, simply drag it from the asset panel and drop it onto the timeline. You can reorder or remove it at any time. To add dialogue, select a character from the drop-down in the editor at the bottom, or choose Narrator. Type the line, then press Enter or click Add. The dialogue tile appears on the timeline, positioned below the currently highlighted element. Notice the live preview updating in real time. As you add backgrounds and dialogue, you can see exactly what the player will experience. No need to launch the game for every change. You can click on any tile in the timeline to select it and edit it in the panel below. For background tiles, you can also add a transition. Just select one from the available list in the editor. I'll add a few more lines and we'll continue. Let's add another label. Click the plus next to labels in the left panel. You can rename any label at any time by double-clicking its name. To connect labels, use the jump action. Click it in the Actions panel, then in the editor, select the target label you want to jump to. The connection is made. Switch to the Graph tab to see the visual representation. Each label is a node, and the jump we just created appears as a connecting line between them. You can also create labels directly on the graph canvas using the Add Label button there. Connections can also be made through choices, which we'll look at in a moment. The Graph tab will get its own dedicated tutorial. It's a powerful tool for planning and reviewing complex story structures. Now let's look at the choice action, one of the most important elements in any branching visual novel. Add it from the Actions panel. You'll immediately see a choice menu appear in the live preview. Let's add a second option. Type the text that will appear on screen for the player. You can then set whether this choice jumps to a different label or continues in the current one. For that, leave the Continue option active. To make the choice actually do something, you can add dialogue beneath it. A different character responds depending on which option was selected. You can also attach a variable operation, but we'll cover that properly in the dedicated choice tutorial. The live preview is interactive. You can click the choices directly and see the corresponding response play out. Let me create one more example, this time a choice that sends the player to a different label. I'll add 2 new labels with different endings, then connect them through a choice. Let's check the Graph tab to see how the full story structure looks now. In many visual novels, characters appear as sprites on top of the background. Let's add them now. There's an important distinction here. If you drag a character image directly from the asset panel onto the timeline, the program inserts a scene command, which replaces the background. That's not what we want. To display a character using the Show command, you first need to assign images to the character through the Character Manager. Click on the character's name in the left panel to open it. Select the images you've already added to the project, and use the Add button to attach them to this character. If you have multiple sprite variants, repeat this for each one. Once the character is configured, showing them on screen is simple. Drag the character from the left panel and drop it onto the live preview window. The character editor opens. Here, you can select which sprite variant to show, set a transition, flip the character horizontally, and use sliders to position them on screen. Entrance animations and transitions can be set up as well. That's a topic for a separate video. To remove a character from the screen, use the Hide Character action from the Actions panel. Let's add audio. The process is the same as with images. Either use the plus button in the Asset panel, or copy files directly into the corresponding folder in your game directory. To add background music, drag the audio file from the Asset panel onto the timeline at the point where you want it to start. You can set basic parameters like looping and fade in the editor below. You'll notice the music also plays in the live preview, so you can hear how it sounds in context without launching the game. Sound effects work the same way. They run on a separate channel, so music and SFX can play simultaneously without conflict. You can also assign voice audio to specific dialogue lines. Select the dialogue tile, then in the editor, click the voice field and choose the corresponding audio file. This keeps the voice in sync with the text it belongs to.
5-star coffee establishment. It floats somewhere between the Orion Arm and a particularly aggressive nebula. It is called the Galactic Cafe. And today is your first day. A space.
Best coffee in the galaxy, 5 stars, as rated by beings with at least 3 sensory organs. That's oddly specific.
Let's run the game. Click the Run button in the top bar. The project is saved automatically, and Ren'Py launches with your game. The menu looks standard for now. We haven't configured the visual style yet, but you can see the story play out exactly as we built it.
Year 3042. The Milky Way has exactly 1 5-star coffee establishment.
The choices work, the characters appear, the music plays. Everything we built in VN Studio Pro is now running as a real Ren'Py game. And that covers the core workflow of VN Studio Pro, from installation and project setup through building your story with dialogue, characters, choices, and audio, all the way to running a finished game in Ren'Py. This is just the beginning. In future tutorials, we'll go deeper into the graph editor, the screen designer, character animations, advanced choices with variables, and the settings panel for visual customization. VN Studio Pro is a solo project, and it's actively being developed. Not everything is perfect yet, but that's exactly why your feedback matters. If you find a bug, have a feature idea, or just want to share what you're building, come join the Discord. The link is in the description, along with the project page and the Patreon if you'd like to support the development. VN Studio Pro is free. It's built for creators who want to make visual novels without the barrier of writing code, and I want to keep building it together with you. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.